Hey traders, John Howell here, and in this video I am going to be covering the Dow Jones and why I still see a lot more upside, or at least a little bit more upside before it gets to its actual target. I'll talk about that with the Dow Jones. I'm going to give you a bit of a silver and gold update. Something really interesting is happening with gold right now, and I want to share that with you. Also want to talk about why I see a bit of a pullback, not a crash, but a bit of a pullback in Tesla on a short-term basis anyway. And also why Apple is probably one of the most dangerous stocks you can actually buy and hold long-term. Short-term, there's probably opportunities there, but why it's one of the most dangerous stocks to buy long-term right now. Right now, that is, right? Maybe a couple months down the track might be different, but I'll talk to you reason why. And I'm going to talk to you about a losing trade that I had today on GE and what I did and how I minimized my losses and why it's all good from there. So that's what I want to share with you. Also, guys, if you'd like, I'm running a $7 flash sale to my trading course. So very first thing in the description, click on that. $7 to a whole complete trading course. If you're looking to get started, that's for you. Very first link in the description. Let's get started. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let's get started into today's session. One thing I want to share with you and one thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that we can start to see what's happening right now with the Dow Jones. Now, I have a target here of the Dow Jones around the 29.5 level. And if I look at the S&P 500, that's completely blown past my projection, which I got to my projection where I thought it was going to get to. Same for the Nasdaq as well too. It's completely broken up as well too. And now the Dow Jones. So I still believe we're likely to get to this. You can see this big rise through here. I still believe we're likely to get a push up towards this 29.5 level on the Dow Jones. And so that's the overall projection target. Plus also that we have this very long-term trend line coming into play as well too. You can see how it starts here. We have all this support level through here, have a bit of a conjunction point through here as well too. And then as this market starts to rise, you can see, look, this is sort of X marks the spot with this horizontal line. And then also this long-term line coming up as well too. So really interesting stuff there, guys. I expect to see a little bit more upside to at least for the Dow Jones to get to its target. Then we're probably likely to see some sort of a pullback or whipsaw or stuff like that. So that's what I'm seeing there right now, guys, in the Dow Jones. Now let's move on to silver and gold right now. We can actually see, let's go look at gold first. The thing that I'm really excited about gold is I believe gold has already started its next leg up. And now what I mean by a leg, all right, is that the market goes through different legs, okay? It'll go for a run, pull back, go for a run, pull back, go for a run, and then it'll phase out for a while, then it'll go for another leg move. Right, makes sense? And generally speaking, what happens in a leg up, in a move, the market generally goes through 3 stair steps. So this is not a hard set in stone, but I found more times than not, there's sort of 3 phases. As you can see here, we have stair step 1, stair step 2, and that was pretty much the whole stair step. And then we had stair step 3, and as you can see, stair step 3 was sort of the end of the move. This was stair step 1, stair step 2, stair step 3. All over the place there, right? And as you can see, that's what's happening right now. So because we've gone through that, the market goes through 3 stair steps, and then we'll go through a bit of an equalizing, and now we're going for run. Notice how this is what? This is stair step what? Number 1. So that's why I see that this is probably the start of a new move up. But within every move, like we see here, you're going to get what? You're going to get these small little pullbacks, right? Like remember, this is a daily chart too. Sometimes it's a short few weeks, sometimes it might be a month or two. But as you can see, right, as long as the market's still higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low, the market's still stepping up. Then we go through a bit of an equalizing period. Market runs up, makes this complete higher high. Even if this market doesn't continue up from here right now, like as of today, and if we do start to get a bit of a pullback, I'm expecting the very first stair step here, and then a continuation up from there. So really exciting stuff there when it comes to gold. And if I bring up my trend lines, I can see that we're actually pretty much right at a resistance level there too right now. So I believe we're likely to continue up from there. And I believe we're likely to we're likely to continue up to round about that $1,800 level there. So that's what I'm really excited for, guys. With gold, I believe this is the very first stair step in this overall move. We've had a bit of a nice pullback. Now we're going for a run, pullback. This is the first stair step in this next leg up, or this next run up. Moving on through to silver as well too. Same sort of thing, right? If you look at silver, what did silver do? Look at this here. Market low. Okay, we had one stair step here. We had a little stair step here, but let's just say this is 1, 2, 3 major stair steps. And as you can see, that this third stair step, this actually went for a big run, but it was on this third stair step. Then when we had this next stair step, it was sort of the end. But as you can see, the third stair step was sort of the ending point after the move up through there. But now what's happening is we have this pullback. We had this very identical false breakout, got back up, went for a run, made this higher high. I believe we're likely to make some sort of higher low here soon. Once again, even if we do get some sort of a pullback through here, a higher low is likely to happen here, and we're likely to start to see a big move up from there. So I'm really excited about that, guys. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen through there when it comes to that. Now, moving on through to Tesla. If I look at Tesla here, let me bring up Tesla and why I believe we're probably likely to start to see some form of a bit of a pullback here. Now, this is not guaranteed, guys, and I'm definitely not saying that this is a trading opportunity for me. What I am saying is that I see a bit of a pullback happening with Tesla, okay? Now, firstly, if I look at this weekly chart, we have just gone through an astronomical vertical move up, okay? Whenever the market does do that, we need some equalizing, we need some resting period or whatever. So it's probably going to go through maybe a bit of a sideways movement, or I'm probably expecting to see some form of a pullback towards the moving averages towards say the 52. The 52 catches up as the market pulls back. But I'm seeing this very vertical move through here, and I'm seeing that how generally what happens when you see a really nice move, especially if you have a move that goes up and then it goes up like that. If you look at the volume at that time, the volume would be a big cluster of volume spikes. Let's just say this is the volume beforehand. Cluster of volume spikes at the start of a move, and a cluster of volume spikes at the end of a move. Now, it's not the exact day, but it's roughly around that period. Volume spikes at the start of the move, massive volume spikes right now. That tells me there's a lot of profit taking. A lot of people trying to get long right now because it's the human aspects, right? Like the big guys are selling out as people would start in the FOMO and so on and so forth. So I'm expecting not a crash, but just a nice healthy pullback, probably somewhere there, probably nice healthy pullback, and then it's probably going to continue up from there, right? So it's not a change in trend. It's just market goes up, then we go for a pullback, right? Then it goes up, then it goes for a pullback. So that's what I'm expecting here right now, guys. So if you didn't get into Tesla, and if you think this is the next thing, this is the next best thing, don't chase it, right? If you're looking to get into Tesla, wait for some sort of decent pullback. Wait for the market to catch up towards the 52, because as you can see, right, doesn't matter when the market gets away from the 52, it eventually comes back. Gets away, comes back, gets away, comes back, gets away, comes back, right? Even if we do go through a bit of a rundown, we eventually come back, right? So now is the wrong time to be doing that. Also, guys, Apple. Why? Apple is probably one of the most dangerous stocks out there right now. Oh, look what happened. Is that a glitch? It is a glitch, yeah. All right, cool. All right, that's not Apple today. Like Apple, what? Apple was down 15% in one day. It's so if we look at this weekly chart, look how vertical this is. All right, what does this look like before it came down? Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin went through what? Whenever the market goes through a vertical action like that, it's just like, this is the wrong time to be getting involved with this. Absolutely complete wrong time. And so by looking at this Apple right now, we started this move down here. We had a little stair step and we're just going up, right? So there's going to come a time real soon, it may be getting ready to that point right now, where we're going to go through what? A pullback, a sideways movement or something like that to equalize, right? Because think about the market as an energy breathing thing, okay? When the market goes up, It's using a lot of energy. It's expending it. It's you using your muscles. You go, right? Like in the gym, right? You go. And then the pullback is like what? Like a resting period. You need a bit of a rest. Okay, calm down. All right, cool. And then we go through a run. That's why whenever you see when the market goes for a run, and then we go through a long extended period of sideways, guess what? This rest, we've had a lot of rest, and then generally see a pretty big move after the market's gone sideways, aka using energy and then refueling right here, and then the market is likely to take off. So due to the fact that the foundations, the fundamentals here, doesn't mean that Apple's not likely to continue up tomorrow. I'm not saying that, but very soon we will experience some form of a pullback with Apple, and it's not the right time to get in there. And last but not least, guys, I want to talk about a losing trade that I had recently with GE, and that was this one right here. I got in on this breakout bar right here on GE. I saw a very nice move up, sideways period, a bit of a breakout bar. I actually got out of two trades. One trade was about a 65% return. So that was a 65% return. And then GE was a 13% loss. So you do the numbers, right? I'm still happy with that. But I wanted to share with you the loss today, to share with you why and how I manage my trades sometimes. How I manage my trades, and a lot of the time, so I can maximize if it's going to run on or if it's not. So I got it on here, and sometimes when I get into a trade like a nice breakout, I will get into the trade, and then sometimes it won't do nothing, right? It'll just go sideways for a little bit, and then it'll continue up. Well, I've given this now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Almost 2 weeks worth of sideways movement, and now I'm getting a bit nervous. And this is something for you guys. If you get into the trade, be patient with your trade. I have my maximum stop loss is always down through here, so I haven't hit my maximum stop loss yet. But then secondly, if the market's not doing nothing and you start to get a bit of doubt with that trade, this comes through experience. There's a bit of doubt through here that I'm experiencing right now. So I would rather cut that loss short. Even if it runs on through the next week, I'm okay with that. I've minimized my losses and I've taken up that brain power so I can free up that, and now I can go see something else through there. Make sense? And now within that $7 trading course, guys, I give you a couple of different trading systems to help you with that, and plus also the chart reading stuff that I'll talk about today. I'll go into a lot more detail in that trading course as well too, first thing in the description. So you can see that that's what I do through here. My goal always, and I don't always get this right, trade management is always the hardest part, right? When do you get out? I don't always get this right, but my goal is always to keep my losses short, right? So this week I got out of a trade for 150%. I got out of the trade at a 65%. 65%, that's plus, and then this trade here gave me a 13% loss. So that's what I've had so far this week. Now, this has been a very, very active week. I don't normally trade that much throughout the week. I'm in some trades right now, so we'll see how those plan out. But that's sort of what I'm doing here right now. Now, there's many weeks, and sometimes there's months, or even just 3-4 weeks where there's no trades, and then sometimes it's very active like it is right now, where there's lots and lots of trades happening, and that's what I do right there. My whole purpose here, guys, is just sharing this with you, is hope to give you a bit of insight to your own trading, that whenever I get into the trade, I make sure that my losses are not hurting me, okay, and my wins are not exciting me. I want to try to stay in a nice, even balance. If I get too high with my ego, I'm going to get into trades that I shouldn't. If I get too low, I'm not going to be taking trades that I should. So I try to stay in this nice, even balance through here with my emotions. And that way, again, whenever I'm taking a trade here, it's just continue to slowly grow my account. Makes sense? So if I have 1 or 2 or 3 losses in a row, as long as I'm doing this here, which is trying to keep it small, I know I could have 1 or 2 or 3 losses in a row, and all I need is just one really good win or just one okay win to be pretty much back to break even. And that's the way that you want your trading there, right? It doesn't matter how good of a setup you see. There's no guarantees of making a profit on any single given one trade. So trying to load up on that is probably a really, really, really bad decision. Unless you see a trade that you're like, man, this is awesome. But still with that, you still want to be doing things to protect yourself. So if it is a loss, you're not completely just, you're not completely wiped out. You've only lost, a small percent of your account. Makes sense? And that's the whole process there when it comes to your trading. And that's one of the things that I want you to understand is that trading is a process, right? And it's like, okay, I'm going to take this trade. I might take 5 trades and there might be 2 losses and 3 wins, or there might be, You know, there might be 3 losses and 2 wins. But those 2 wins, one of the wins were enough to take away all those losses, and another one was make profit, you know. You just never know what the market's going to deliver to you and what the market's going to do. So always entering the trade in the mind frame is, if this is a losing trade, because there's no guarantees, am I comfortable with the loss and the risk on my account? That's what I want to talk about today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you let me know what you think about Tesla. Let me know what you think about Apple as well too. And let me know what other stocks you're looking at right now and why you like them as well.